So this is my professional lighting setup using the light from the sun. Instead of one of those circular lamps, you can actually use the sun's energy to light your face for YouTube. Subscribe for more tips. So as you may have seen, they tried to eliminate Flash cartoons and games from all of the internet, but they could not kill me. For the last 10 years, I've seen my cartoons and games accrue some unusual kind of social and cultural popularity, and that has been extremely weird and has made me feel like I'm doing something wrong by not doing the stuff that I used to do. But I decided that I left that life behind to make interfaces and art. So a couple times actually I've tried to come back into this world, but I was never actually able to do it because I've always felt that the kind of work that I used to do and the cartoons and games that I used to make really have almost like nothing to do with my current artistic, political, intellectual commitments. So I couldn't really find a way to bridge what I'm interested in now with what I used to be interested in when I was making videos about cats. But then I thought about a thing. A long time ago, I actually started making a trading card game based on all of the characters and environments from the different cartoons and games that I made. So I have no clue where the file is, but I remember it vaguely, and I remember that I got to the point of contacting people to actually print these cards, but never actually followed through with it. This could have been towards the end of the period that I was making these cartoons and games. I don't remember it exactly. Generally feeling completely terrible for leaving behind this project and not even being able to maintain the reactor core. I never felt like I had the right to kind of return to you with some kind of project that was not at the same level of the same kind of things that I was doing before. And that changed because I realized three obvious things together. The first one is that people are making a lot of views off of my games still, which is really interesting and shows that they have some kind of cultural relevance still. The second one is this emerging culture of creating crypto art. And while I'm extremely skeptical about what crypto art can do, I've done a lot of research into it and decided that basically the transitions they're making towards more environmentally sustainable mechanisms for processing crypto transactions, and basically the culture and types of processes that can emerge out of this technology are pretty interesting to me and something worth looking into further. The third thing is that the world is literally falling apart, and I felt like I could use these two other things to help that in some small way. So seeing all of these facts together is actually what motivated this project, which to me is actually able to bridge my past life with making these cartoons and games and my current life and my current commitments. And that is what makes the I Don't Even trading card game, which is not a game. The first reason it's not a game is because I have to write my dissertation. I do not have time to actually be balancing these cards' attributes and developing a system that allows them to be played together. I do have an idea of how this would look and how it could be made, and for that reason I've designed the cards so that they could be made into a game later on. So the second reason it's not a game is because I never actually knew how to play the Pokemon trading card game or Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't know what the stars were for, so basically I could just put every strongest card in my deck and play Blue Eyes White Dragon after Blue Eyes White Dragon with no consequences. It's pretty fun though, you should try it. So the third reason it's not a game is because I'm trying to raise money for disaster relief. That is actually the point of this project and my motivation for coming back to you to do it. And my plan is to donate part of the money to an organization operating in New Orleans called the Lobelia Commons. The link to their projects are in the description. A lot of their work involves helping people to develop food autonomy, which is basically the ability to have access to food and resources for growing food without having to be dependent on other resources for buying food, such as grocery stores. And right now, after this hurricane crisis, they're doing a lot of work to help provide food to people that need it. So this is a project that's especially important to me and something that I saw being able to benefit through this project. So that just brings us to the technical details of how this money will be raised and how it will be donated. So I'm talking about crypto art here, or NFTs, and the two most important things about that are that the value of the currency used to buy this crypto art is going to increase greatly over time, we can expect. The second thing is that the mechanisms for facilitating the crypto art purchasing transactions are computationally expensive and actually pose a pretty considerable risk to the environment. So I've done a lot of research into this, and it seems that there's a transition to a different mechanism of facilitating crypto art or NFT transactions that is gaining in popularity and going to be adopted by the biggest crypto art NFT platform. So this actually makes me feel more comfortable going into the space, whereas before I was a little skeptical about whether it would be ethical to even sell crypto art in order to help the world in some way. It seems kind of counterproductive or contradictory. And so the other thing is that because the value of this currency is expected to increase, I don't want to immediately convert the money that I raise directly into dollars. I would rather keep that as an investment that could grow over time and then continue to be invested in similar projects like these where I'm donating money to important causes. So anyway, I thought this project would be cool. I thought that it would be something that you might appreciate, and I knew that it was something that I could actually be motivated to invest my time in and bridge this past world of my cartoons and games with my current interests. So that is everything. The links to the first cards are in the description. This is the first booster pack, and my plan is basically to continue to roll all these cards. So eventually I would like to expand beyond the world of I Don't Even Game and make some things that you haven't seen before, maybe some things that are more related to my current interests and my current artistic work. If you're interested in what I'm doing right now, there's links to all that in the description. And also let me know what you're interested in hearing from me. Let me know what you think about this project. Let me know what you think about my 10-year sudden return to this channel. Sorry for ghosting.